it's Ryan, and today we are playing Minecraft PlayStation 3 Edition. Today I'm going to be showing you around my city. Don't want that. I probably should have checked the settings before, but alright, so here we go. Sometimes it takes a while to load because, well, first it has to go from the original texture pack to the city DLC, and then it has to load the city, of course. So, and the city is very, well, I wouldn't say very large, but it's decent size. So, yeah, we're gonna start our tour off. Get rid of that. As you guys seen, I posted a video earlier, a few days ago, I don't know, like 5 or 6 days ago. So I'm gonna be showing off the city. I'm gonna go into most of the buildings, and of course, like most cities, none of the insides are done, so yeah. I do have people that do volunteer every so often to help do the inside, but otherwise, yeah, this is RSG City, which stands for Rich Static Gaming, which is the clan that I founded back in 2013. We haven't been doing so well, but otherwise, yeah, here we go. We're going to start off here. This is kind of a newer part of the city, and this is going to be like a 2-lane highway, actually like 4. This is a on-ramp. We only have one, which of course, as you can see, this is not really much of this road built. This is one of the newer skyscrapers. This took exactly an hour to build. Of course, the interior, not even the floors are complete. So that's kind of bummering. But otherwise, yeah. The buildings in these games, in this game that I built are not, well, they're based off real buildings, and also just me using my imagination, but some of these are in good detail. Also, I watched some videos on YouTube of how to do some of the buildings. So there's a few buildings that I do not want to claim, I don't know what you'd call it, responsibility or take credit for. So anyway, here we go. We're gonna start off here with this building. This building is part of the commercial district, because it's new, I'm not sure what it's called. Wheezy Commercial. It's basically a commercial building. I'm not exactly sure what this building is for, but it's one of my commercial buildings. I mean, people can come here and get them. But this is like a apartment building, so it's still being worked on, because I don't know how many more floors I'm going to go up, but I'm going to go up a few more. It's just called the 118 building. Some people would probably think that I meant like 118, but I'm not sure. This is the, I believe this is the One Capital Banking, which is kind of a parody of Capital One Banking, but it's One Capital Banking, which I thought was pretty nice. I just got the idea, keep the square form, but then like has a step, I don't know what you call it. I was going to do it just singly, but then I did like a 3x3 block, so it makes it more, I don't know, realistic. Though it's not that realistic, but I mean, in my mind it is, which I guess is what counts, but I mean, yeah, it took me a while, and of course there's like nothing on the inside of this building. As you can see, there's like nothing. Over here we have the Empire State Building. I did not build, well, I built this, but I didn't, like, the flags were my idea, but the building itself, that is actually from a YouTuber. I just added glowstone. I believe his name is in here, because I put credit. Yeah, there it is. So I'll put links in the description below for all the I don't know, the YouTubers that were involved in this, and the building ideas anyway. But otherwise, no. Just ignore this part. This place. This was gonna be the university apartments. I was actually gonna build 2 or 3 of these buildings, but I kind of thought the design was kind of boring, so I made like a fake fire, and I like burnt this area down, so it's kind of like a burnt construction building. The fire line, no crossing. This is just kind of a temporary. This is a correctional center, which is basically our temporary jail. I don't think there's nothing this way. Nope. Alright. This is just the lobby. Of course, you'd go back here. You'd have the prisoner back here. That goes down to the basement. This goes upstairs where the jail cells are. It's not fully done. Like I said, it's temporary, so there's like no issues. This is just where I'm gonna put. This is where I'm actually gonna spawn players that come in here and start abusing anything. I mean, if they just start tearing stuff up and without permission or just not even theirs. Instead of kicking them, I'm just gonna make it like a punishment, like just keep them in a jail cell and turn off all their privileges so that they can't do anything except sit in a jail. So you'll be in charge of that. And of course, you can always, I don't know, I think you can put them in peaceful and lock them in there. I don't know, I'd have to experiment. This is the kitchen and cafeteria. This is where you'd serve the prisoners or members of the correctional center. I guess it could also serve the staff, but mostly, yeah. So it's kind of dark. It's kind of creepy. It's kind of boring on the outside, but like I said, it's temporary, and it's right next to the university. I'm not sure how I like that, but this is the Gaming State University. Yep. Yeah, this was actually an interesting idea to build. I just built a section, and then I'm like, you know what, I'm just going to add a couple more stories up here. So, of course, like most buildings, the inside is not done. I think the floors are all done. Not even the stairway's done. This is the elevator design that I use. It's just a 2x2 with ladders on each side. I used to use water, and of course people would drown in it, not even getting a couple floors up. I don't know why that sign's there, but yeah. So sometimes I'll just have random friends on here just looking at the place. So there's probably signs in places. So sorry if there's any inappropriate content, like foul language or something, but it should not be. Because when there's people on here, I normally don't say that unless I trust them. I'm gonna show. This is the park. This is actually the spawn point for my city. So when you spawn, you're gonna spawn like around somewhere where I'm standing. Yep, dolphin skin. Oh, well, it's okay. I'm not gonna save it. Make sure I'm not gonna save it. Yeah, no, turn that off. So anyway, you'll spawn and you'll see this sign and you'll be like, it welcomes you to RSG City, and if you want to follow the path, it'll take you to City Hall, which I'm about to show you. This place, yeah, this was not originally going to be a city. This was actually going to be a like a, I don't know, Hunger Games survival, like kind of a forest with a couple buildings. But then I just started building skyscrapers and stuff, which is so amazing. I'm glad that I did it. Anyway, it's hard to read, but that says Rich Static Gaming. It goes Rich Static Gaming. And that's just like a star, which is like one of the old symbols, I guess, for one of my groups I was with. Wait, this is City Hall. This was originally going to be like a library or older building, but then I adopted it as the City Hall for the city because, I mean, we did have a City Hall originally, but this looked more historical, so this is what I took. RSG City Hall. This is the city credits where everyone was, anyone that volunteered or did something was put in here. So these are all the people that helped me. We have RSG, which is me, Fluffy Bunny, which is my sister. We got a couple YouTubers like VDocs, Lord Doc. Sorry if I don't pronounce these right. Snarp Snarp. Yeah, so that's just a few of the YouTubers that I got the some of the building tutorials, I guess you could call them. We got Bloodshed, Stoner Problems, Deadpool, Deer's Legs, Sammy, which is one of my little cousins. She built a pretty nice hotel in my city. And Fries, Hyper Monkey, Dark and Shadow. And then this is just some more credits to where I got some of the ideas. The SimCity series, mostly focusing on SimCity 4 and SimCity 3000 on the PC. Bing.com, that's just my preferred search engine instead of Google. Sorry Google. Wikipedia.org, that's where I get a little bit of information for just some of the buildings or ideas of buildings. YouTube, of course, for the tutorials, and I got some pretty good ideas from them. Some of the people that put their content on there. GTA series, I've only got a couple buildings, I think, that I even got that idea, but mostly GTA 4, I believe, is where I got most of the idea. Apartments.com. I decided that was a good idea. We had a school project that we had to look for an apartment, and she recommended using that site, and I decided I'd actually use it for getting ideas for architecture on some of the apartment buildings, which I was very glad to get. That's just some more credits up there. The city date of birth, or DOB, was December 30th, 2013, so not too long after it came out, I believe. I can't remember when it first came out, but this city was founded in 2013, which is awesome. So this is City Hall. Of course, it's not complete like most of the buildings, but it's got this large window. You can also, this is where like the mayor would like give a speech or something, so he could like talk down to everyone. People could sit up like benches or something out there in the park, and he could just like speech and talk to them. Otherwise, it's a pretty nice building. I believe that I have an elevator in the back that goes all the way to the top, but like I said, most of the floors, I don't think you can actually access the very top, which is this like tower, like lighthouse thingy. I don't know, beacon, I guess you could call it. It's a pretty nice building. I thought it was a nice design. I kind of hope to build a little bit more similar buildings. This is the Tapper and Fry Inc. I don't believe, I'm not sure. Sorry if I'm using like any real company names, but I'm trying to stay away from any real company names. Kind of create my own city with own buildings and stuff. This building was not designed by me. I believe Snarp Snarp from YouTube did this one. Yep. This is like a modern office tower that he did. I just did the interior and the elevator. Yeah, it's complete. And the roof. I don't think. Well, he definitely didn't do the roof, but I got the idea of the roof. One of my friends from the UK. Shout out to her. Freya, she came up with this idea of like an air conditioner on top of these buildings, like fans, like those giant things that they have on top of some of the buildings, just any building. So we also have this parking lot area. We have the like a nightclub. There's a few of those. Pizza in a joint. That's kind of a inside joke thing. I don't know if you'll get it. I don't know. But yeah, this is just a little pizza joint. Of course, it's not finished. I just got that done a few days ago. So this is upstairs. Of course, there's like not much room. Sorry, my voice is kind of cracking. So yeah, there's quite a bit to see. We're only just getting started, so. This is a nightclub I dedicated to a crew on. Of course, this crew doesn't really exist anymore because I don't know of certain reasons. I'm not exactly sure, but it's called Explosive Overdose, and I just put Explosive Overdose Nightclub and made it our crew color, which is pink. This floor, oops, I just destroyed the floor. This floor is kind of like a disco floor, so this is like where you dance and stuff. I was gonna put tables in this area, but I never got around to doing it. Of course, there's still a lot of stuff that needs to be done with this city. That's why I'm not saying it's complete, nor probably will be for a very long time, if any. This is like where you could get drinks. Up here, this is just kind of a standing area where you just kind of stand and look out at the people dancing. If you're one of those, like, I don't know, like on TVs, they have like the up high and you're watching your friend run up to someone, and they'll be just, you know, running up to them and whatnot. This area actually has a little more done to it. This is just a bunch of like kind of private, more fancier dining. Don't know about the yellow windows. That's just what I installed once the new tinted windows, or stained glass. That's what they're called, not tinted windows. What am I thinking? These are black tinted windows. This is like this was going to be like a manager office or a security office, where they'd have the like boss and everything sit, the manager or anything. But of course there's no desk in here. I thought I did put a desk, but apparently I didn't. If you go up here, there's like a little observation area, and of course you can go outside so you can, oops, get fresh air and look out amongst the city, which of course you can't go wrong with a good view, I guess. Alright, gonna go right back through the club. I have no problem with people joining this and kind of building around, but if you actually want to get any, I don't know, I would say that I have no problem with anyone building anything. Like, it has to be like some kind of skyscraper or building of some sort, and it can't be too big. It has to be kind of realistic size. I have no problem with people building, but if you're gonna like come in here and, I don't know, build something strange that's not exactly fitting, I'm probably not gonna either save the world or I'm just gonna tear it down. I hate to say that, but I mean this world's more of a, this is a city, though it's kind of nice for everyone to kind of build together, but it's yeah, just not really. This little building, there was just some grass area there, and I'm like, I wonder if I could build like some kind of skyscraper, just a small one. Of course, this I don't think is a skyscraper, at least in my book. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, it's only 6 stories, and in this city it has to be 7 in order for it to be considered a skyscraper. Though this is a pretty nice design. I got it off a I don't know. I think it was just some kind of skyscraper in New York. I'm not sure where I got that idea, but I know it was a skyscraper in New York that was pretty interesting. Though I'm pretty sure it was taller. I just wanted kind of a smaller building to just fit in that spot. That one just seemed appropriate size. This giant tall building, this was actually the tallest building for the longest time until the World Trade Center tower over there took over. which of course I'm not taking credit for, except I did some minor things to it, including the flag, which of course is a weird flag, I've been told. Some of the buildings around the plaza, that wasn't done by the YouTube, but I'm very thankful for his assistance and the idea of how to build it, because I could have, I don't know, it was really difficult on how to decide to build it. Anyway, this tall building, this diamond and iron building, this is one of the older buildings. This was like the second building built, except this half. This half, the tallest part, which if I fly up here, the tallest part was the first one here, and then I just built on the second one, like, I don't know, I think it was sometime at the beginning of this year. So this one was built in 2013, that one was built in the early 2015. This is the Sea Hotel. It's kind of, I don't know, I like to consider it like Arabic style, because they like tall towers, which I think that's pretty awesome how they have a lot of those towers in Dubai. So I just came up with this nice idea of a place. The pool was also added in 2015, which is a pretty nice addition. And since it's all glassed in, you can swim while looking up at the rest of the skyscraper or any of the other cityscape. The only problem is people looking inside, but I mean, you know, it's just like a public pool. I mean, if you're going to go out there, you have to have some confidence and whatnot. This is the Greenfield Hospital. There used to be a different building here, completely different. It got torn down because it was just not suitable. I don't know. It was a pretty nice building, but it was like I believe it was a mall that was here. That was built, I think, early 2014, because there was only 3 buildings built in the 2013 era, I guess you could say. Which this one was the second. The first one is actually not here anymore. That's what it used to be, right here where the this is a music hall, by the way. I just finished the top. I'm not sure when I finished it, like not very long ago. But this is the music hall. Most of this place, like 95 or 99% of this, is lit by one switch. And if you mess with that switch, it like lags out the whole server. It makes everything really laggy. So this is like the stage where you'd have like the whatever kind of musical event is going on. Which I thought this place needed a theater, so I got one. I'm probably gonna build more, but I think I only have 2 in this city. But this is just a good source of entertainment. It used to be like a little 1-story motel with like 8 rooms and an office and a, I don't know. The T Apartment Center. This is the 3rd building that was built here. So it's like one of the oldest buildings. So it's kind of historical type. Yeah, it's just kind of a boring square type. But yeah, 3rd building built 2013. The place is currently being remodeled on the inside. Because I don't know, I did a flooring plan. The idea, the size of these rooms were probably only, they weren't very big. They were like a 4x3 maybe. I don't know. You could like put a bed and a chest in there, and that's basically it. But as you can see, there's like no walls in here anymore. But this interior was done, but the whole thing just got like obliterated. I'm not sure if there's any rooms up here that are still intact, because I'm pretty sure I haven't fully demolished the whole interior. But I know if you go to the very top, I believe it's 2 or 3 stories, sorry, that the building is what it's going to look like. I think I tore them all down, yeah. These are what the new rooms are going to look like. These are the large rooms, or the apartments actually. So this one is going to be a bit spacious, so you'd have plenty of room. The one over here, this is kind of a smaller one, so this is more for like a single person, just like a one person or so. The other one could probably hold 2 or 3. I'd say probably only 2 would be satisfying. One at the top floors. Over here, we're gonna go through Chinatown, or at least that's what I call it. Sorry if some of the names of the buildings may be slightly insulting, especially like if you're Chinese. I don't want to offend people, but I'm just trying to make it Chinese-like. So, sorry if anyone gets offended. I do not intend to. Anyway, we have the China buffet, which is just a Chinese-type buffet. They'll serve all kinds of like soups, chickens, and stuff. These are just like apartment rooms, which of course are not done like most of the city. But some of these little buildings will have stuff like this in it, which I think add a nice effect to the city. This is just one of the taller towers that was added. Katie's Candies, that's not Chinese at all, at least as far as I know. This place is just a candy store, so kids can come here and have their sweet tooth and whatnot. So, then we have, some of these names I actually can't pronounce very well, but, Tim Metois Gifts. So this is like a gift store, a very cramped gift store, I might add. The floors are only enough to, not except the last one, but these are very small places. That's just because of their cramped style and their weird built. Oops. I just messed up my sign. Anyway, this is Chinaman's. This is kind of like a glass store where you can buy like old glasses and stuff. This is the smallest apartment that you could get in the city, by the way. It's here in Little Chinatown. You have enough room to put a bed, a crafting table, a furnace, and well, you probably can't fit a chest in here. I'm sure you can. I mean, you have to be pretty cramped to do it. This is my so-called office. This is where I so-called think of my ideas and stuff. So this is where the ideas of the buildings come to, I guess you could say. So this is Ryan's construction. I don't know what you call it. Office, I guess. Ryan's construction office. It's on the 3rd floor of Chinaman's. We have Chow Bai Spa, which is just a place where you can get your... Okay, sorry about that. So this was the spa. We have... what else is there? The a law office, which is of course just a law office where you can do your legal stuff if you have an issue or anything. We have Wing Hu Funding, which is like a financial building, which of course this is one of the slightly newer ones that I added to the city, but of course it's not done. This place does not have a name, but it's got cactuses in the alleys, which I guess is nice. I believe it's still getting built. Yeah, it's got a crane, which is pretty cool. This little building, it's like a, yeah, it's another gift store. It's only got like 1 story built and it's getting worked on. It's a pretty progressive city, I guess you could call it. We have some buildings getting built. We have Cafe La Poco. So it's like a Spanish cafe at the end of Chinatown. Yeah, it doesn't make much sense, but yeah, this is just how it got built. So this is where you can buy all kinds of like cappuccinos, coffees. You can get some like donuts and stuff. We have I believe this is just a 4-story hotel, which is called High Cat Hotel. It's a weird name, but I mean, I kind of borrowed it from the gas station called High Cat, or High Kitties, or something like that off SimCity 3000. These are small rooms, kind of narrow, long. Oops. But, you know, they work. It's the same all the way to the top. We have like a lobby. If I can get out the door. We have this Moon Lightning Plaza, which is like a studio company. So this is like kind of like a filming company. Of course the interior is not really done at all. Has very minimum work done to it. But if you go around back here, we have this like big studio building which has a giant #1. Not the best looking one, but we have a #1 on it. If you go inside here, we have like this is like a giant green screen. This is like a I don't know, kind of a bookstore, I guess, is what's getting filmed here. But these are like giant doors where if they want to bring a set in, they can just open up these doors. I've never had them open before because that'd be a pain to mess with. Of course, this is just a little set just to kind of make the city kind of like hidden things about the city. But of course, this area is not exactly open to the public unless you like fly over the fence unrealistically. But you know, this is kind of like another outside green screen. This is kind of like a beach, so it's almost like a Castaway theme going on here. We have like a tree, and it's like green screened all around. So, and we have the like light bars. This is like a little security booth. I just thought I'd add something like that. Giant gate which you had to get through if you have a little vehicle. That's going back. That's just a little park area that I'm still kind of messing around with. These are like 2 modern apartments. I believe I just looked up apartments and something similar to this came up. So I built 2 of them side by side. I'm not sure if in the picture they had to, but Monic Apartments, which of course I always change the name on them because I don't want to use real names. But I thought they looked pretty nice. You go, of course the inside is not done, like most buildings, sadly. But that just takes so much time. Just getting the detail on the outside takes forever. I'm kind of bouncing all over the place. So we have a few buildings yet in Chinatown. This is one of the more modern plazas that have like 4 buildings. Rutten Luxor Plaza, I guess. So this place has 2 greenhouses that I built. It has basically everything that you'd ever need. So during a zombie apocalypse, this would be a good place to take over. Hint, hint. So this is kind of end of the world type place, kind of futuristic, modern. So this place claims that it can survive if the rest of the city collapses, though there's been many arguments about it. This is a retail space, which is, this will be where the commercial area is. So this is where like fruits and vegetables and stuff from the greenhouses and stuff can be sold. Sorry, I'm a bit tired. I've been working a lot. This is a large pool. This is almost oversized pool. But it's a pretty nice pool, I guess, if you want to have like multiple people going there. This large building was actually the one that was only planned to be here, and the rest were going to, I don't know, not exist. So these are just like little places where you can live. So basically a fancier apartment. It's not the tallest building, but it's a pretty nice building. This is what the I can ever get down. This is as high as a building goes floor wise. So it's a decent height. It's above some of the other high rises below the city. So you can overlook Chinatown and you can see the park and everything. Up here, this is kind of another green area. Again, you got your vegetables. All we have is potatoes and carrots up here apparently. So oh, and then there's also one on the other side, so there's like a garden on the roof, so it's more of a green. It adds like a green effect to the tops of these cities, the skyscrapers, which I think is actually pretty nice. I've been experimenting with those lately. I completely forgot about this. We have like a church. We have actually 2 churches, and I think one's in planning. Yeah, I'm not sure how to pronounce it. Sorry. This is just one of the nice churches. Well, one of 2 churches that's here. I wouldn't say this is the nicest, but it's a pretty nice church. I like it. For some of those with any kind of religious needs, we have some churches in the city. So I actually enjoyed building this. I think there's upstairs, but there's like no way to access it. Yeah, there's like a storage area. But anyway, I thought it was a pretty nice idea. Though it's not the best looking church, it's I liked it. It was fun working with. Now we're kind of heading over here. We already passed this, but we have like a plaza here, so it's like a water fountain. There's a few of these in the city because it's like, I don't know, it just, fountains are awesome, I guess. This is a little medical building, kind of like a doctor office. Outward. It's kind of like a joking manner. We're in a place. This place has been added a story or 2 on, just to kind of fit in with the building. I'm not gonna go in every building, but yeah. This is kind of just dark walkway, because some of these cities just have weird places. So this is just kind of a covered walkway that wraps around behind the buildings. This kind of weird area. I don't know. I just thought it'd be weird to add that. That's like the only place in the city that looks like that. Yami Tower. This is like a another kind of a nicer apartment building. I used to live up here, but I moved out. I have a friend that lives down here. Yeah. So it was one of the most nicest places. That's why I lived there. So then we have a train station. It's kind of like a pie. This is where you'd go and get your tickets. I used to have a sign that said like tickets $1 or something. One of the rules, I guess, that I placed: do not walk on tracks, because that'll make the trains go backwards. We have like a just a little area down here. We have mine carts and stuff. I forgot I had stuff in my inventory. But yeah, this train line is kind of useless right now, but it's getting better. This is Mickey Inc., which is kind of just a commercial building. It's not that tall, but me and a friend started building it, and we were never able to like get back on here together. But eventually I decided I'd just carry on, so I built a couple more floors. Well, I came up with the design. He came up with the I came up with, I don't know, the layout of the building, but he came up with the design. So this pattern that he has here, he came up with that, which is pretty cool. It adds that uniqueness to the city. So I added the top just for more of an observation-y look to it. We have the World Trade Center Plaza, which is like the best, probably most graphic, one of the most graphic places. Like I said, the towers were not done by me. Well, once again, I built them, but I don't take credit for the design, except for the redstone torches, which give it more of a I don't know, like a realistic idea. I don't think the top's been modified that much, except for the weird antenna and the beacon. Of course, the diamond is weird, but that just kind of make these more special. This tower, this giant tower, it's been slightly modified to be a little different. I think I actually got the names mixed up, sadly. I never got time to look at it, but yeah, I've always liked the World Trade Center, so of course I'd love to build it, and thanks to him I got that chance to, with a few modifications on the inside and outside, but mostly he came up with the idea. This little idea, this fountain plaza used to be like over here, and these buildings weren't here, but I moved the fountain over and built these two buildings because there was more than one building on the plaza. Most people don't, a lot of people that didn't know much about it, of course didn't do much research, but people would like come to my city and they'd be like, World Trade Center 3 or 4 or whatnot, and they'd be like, there was more than one? And I was like, well, there was little buildings around it which were called it, though these I don't think look quite like the actual ones because I kind of just slapped stuff together, but I tried to blend them in with the surroundings, which this has a gray and then a dark gray, and that's like this has a gray, dark gray, and black color to it. So we have these nice little buildings which kind of add realism, and we have a walkway. This was originally the first one that I added, World Trade Center 3, which is just a 3-story building, and it's not really done on the inside. Not even the flooring's been done. I was starting to carpet it, but I never got around to finishing it like most of the city. I probably keep saying that and it's probably annoying, but sorry. I keep bouncing around. We have the, I believe this is the Fleet Tower. Flight. This is one of my nicer buildings that I built, and I just thought it needed a brick style building, and then I decided to add balconies to it, which makes it look a little more realistic. It's been added onto, like a couple floors have been added onto it, but otherwise it's pretty original, especially the room designs. Those are pretty original. It's hard to tell. This building is still being built. I still do not know what I'm gonna use this building as. This building has been I don't know what to call it, like renamed over and over, like constantly, but I think it's a pretty nice building. It's kind of weird and almost oversized, I'll agree, but otherwise we have this little truck idea that I got because there's these food stands, mobile food stands. We have mushroom stew that's served here, so yeah, just a little weird truck idea. And of course here's another water fountain plaza area before this food truck was here. That just makes it look a little more interesting. We have Zapple Inc. or Zapple Tech, I believe, which is kind of a parody to Apple, but it's called Zapple. I thought it was pretty cool. This place comes up with random technologies, though of course there's nothing on any of these floors. This was originally going to have 3 buildings within its, I don't know, group, I guess, but the one got torn down because, I don't know, I just didn't like it, so it got torn down and it was never complete. We have the RSG stock market, which it's a pretty nice building. I just kind of came up with a stairway design, which is kind of what I got from one of my very old cities from the PC that I've tampered with. I had a bank that kind of had this stairway pattern, if you can see that. And so I just decided I'd do that, the stairway pattern, but then I just built straight up, kind of to continue that skyscraper, and then I'd kind of shrink it to just kind of point to the top, but not too big, not too sharp of a point. But I thought it fit in. I mean, it kind of sticks out, but it fits in. We have this place, which is based off a building in New York, except it's not this messy. But this is a wine garden and a cookbook store. It's just a simple 3-story building, which I built just messing around in a flat world, just getting ideas. And I built this, so then I basically took an exact copy of it and then put it in my city. It may get extended a floor just because of city regulations, because some of these buildings are starting to have height restrictions, so you have to have like a minimum of 3 stories, and they just want to make sure they're safe, so they're just going to add another story. But anyway, this place was the first to kind of remodel the entire thing. This used to be just orange wool all around, but then it got changed to this quartz pattern when it got added. So yeah, this city's had some history. This is just kind of a paint store with some apartments. It looked kind of weird when it was all alone because this building wasn't built next to it, which is Erie's Club and Bar, which is more of an adult thing. Of course, you have to be 21 or older to enter, at least for alcohol. I mean, you have to be 18 for certain things if you understand what I mean, I'm assuming. I'm not going to go into detail. But it's just a place for adult entertainment, 18 and up. Wonder Tower. This is kind of based off another building that I built in my first city I had on the PC. But it's been modified a bit. Be a little more, I don't know, realistic. This is just an apartment building, of course. I had a friend, this is where Freya, shout out, first built these fans, and I like fell in love with them immediately, and I just had to use them in the rest of my city. So I'm thankful for her coming up with that idea. I don't know if she actually came up with the idea, but for my city anyway, she came up with that idea. She built this pool, which I enjoy. Well, besides me being a dolphin character. Yeah, it's just pretty nice to have a pool. She names all her rooms, just kind of maybe to let you know what they are. I have no problem with that, but yeah. She does the interior. She does a few of the floors. She just asks, and she'll be like, if I could like do. Oh, of course I'm tearing up stuff again. Leave it to me. She said she'll do the interior. I just have to number the apartments, which of course add realism to it. That kind of messes with me. This is the lobby. Not really anything going on in here. So, this is the Kirtman Bank, which is the place where they handle all of our electronical finances, which, I don't know if you want to be really serious, or somewhat more serious, role-playing in this city, I guess you could say. This is where you go, or at least this is who you'd contact, for all kinds of financial needs. Though there's other banks in the city and financial places, this is like the only one that handles everything. So, it's Kirtman Bank. Of course, we do not use physical money. I started to, but then I found out that it's like a way people can cheat. So, yeah, I'm basically spawned so they'd have like unlimited money constantly. They can refill it once they use it. Though I tried to find loopholes of how to contain it. You have to update your money, and if we see an unusual pattern, we'd tell you that you don't have that kind of money. But it was weird because of how you'd use it. So I decided just to ban physical money altogether. Though you can trade and stuff with some people, preferably electronical money. It's better. This is another church. I don't know where its sign is. It did have a sign up there, but I don't know if I just knocked it over. I'll find out when I look in the recording, I guess. But this is just another church. This is the first church that was built, and it's been slightly modified every so often. But this is like my favorite church. So sometimes I'll actually come in here and just look around and enjoy it, because we got to yeah, it's just beautiful. Of course you have the lovely cross. It's kind of dark in here. I might need to add another light up there, but yeah, it's pretty nice. And then you have like a convention area where you can have like your dinners and stuff. So this is like, you'd come in here and you'd like grab a plate and then you'd get your food. It's not a very big one, but then again, this isn't a very big church. So that's not much that you have to deal with. If you go up here, that's kind of the tower that you've seen on the outside. Yeah, this is kind of just like a balcony where you can look out. I just added this little window so you can just look out just a little bit. I've actually never looked out it. It's not a bad view. Just kind of a balcony. Just kind of an area to wash up and sit. This is the top of the tower. This is where the light is that you can see, so you can... This is just kind of more of a maintenance. It's of course not really open to the public. So this is more like a maintenance walkway. Or staff anyway. So we're going to go back out here. You can look around and see the slight scale of the city. It looks pretty nice. Over here we have a few buildings getting built. Most of these buildings are not complete because this area's been getting worked on. Especially that building. That building's been getting worked on a little too long for me. But yeah, I mean, it looks pretty nice. This is going to be like a shopping mall. It's kind of like based off the, I believe it's off SimCity 3000 kind of design, is where I got the idea. But the interior, I just kind of like this kind of setup, how I set up everything. There's a pig in here. That's weird. So I like this setup because it's kind of that mall look. So this is like one of your bigger clothing stores or something. Then you have your smaller, and then you have a smaller one. Oh wow, I actually have the elevators installed. That's weird how I did it. Of course, I'm not sure how long this building will stay because buildings come and go, especially if they're not built. I'll just stop and be like not working with them, and I'll just be like, you know what, I'm done. Another apartment building, commercial buildings. This is the first fire station. I'm not sure. Yeah, fire station. This building, it got built very recently, like very, very recently. But sorry, I seen something weird. So this is like a, I haven't installed beds yet. I don't know if I will, but this is where the firefighters would sleep and eat and everything. This is kind of like a, what do you call them, those poles that they go down. Just the fire poles that they go down. This is a commercial lot that's for sale. I don't have information on it apparently, but it's a commercial lot. That shows that it's a commercial. But for the realistic terms. This is like a nice apartment design that I got from, I believe it's New York, of course. So a lot of these buildings came from New York or some kind of city related idea. Going this way, this is kind of going more toward the adult side, but also kind of not. But it's pretty nice. We have a bar here. We have like a stage where they play live music. Anything from like guitars to like a drum or even karaoke. It just has a few apartments upstairs, which of course are not done. We have E Street Hotel, which is just a, it only has 2 rooms, so you're not going to get much from there. This is kind of just a nice little, I don't know, walk area that goes between buildings. Here's that hotel that I was talking about, Sammy's Hotel. She just decided she'd help. I don't know what's going on there. But, she decided that she's seen me playing, so she's like, can I play? So I'm like, sure. And she actually built this, which I actually like it. It's pretty nice. She, likes glowstone and, of course, colorfulness. I thought it was a pretty nice skyscraper, so I kept it. Or, not skyscraper, tower. Grand Shopping. This is a closed building. This building is going to get, like, completely renovated. I don't think there was anything in it to be renovated, but it's completely yeah, been I don't know, emptied or something. This is my these are my so-called, this is what I use as cars, this and pigs. So we use horses, donkeys, and pigs as vehicles. So these are my 2 vehicles. That's that's my primary car. This is the police car, so don't do crime. This is a adult store. Yep, like I said, this is some of the more mature section of the city. So we have an adult store. We have a another bar. We have this is a very nice apartment. I'm not sure what I looked up, but I was looking up kind of modern apartment designs, and I got this beautiful type design, though it's not quite like what I found. I just like fell in love with it. This is actually where I live in the city now. I live on the 2nd floor, but it's just a lovely building. So I decided to move into it because it's so nice. It's kind of like an apartment condo, so it's more of a condo than an apartment, but I don't know, it's just awesome looking. The bill company, this is where you'd handle your bills, even though we don't deal with bills there. Apartment building, not done apartment building. We have this giant skyscraper. This is based off a building in New York. Of course, most of them are in Manhattan, but it's normally just anywhere within New York City. But this is a building based in Manhattan. This is just a plaza getting worked on. I'm not sure what's getting built there. I forgot what I was actually building, so I just closed it off. I think that's it for this side. Let's start heading this way. We have the, I believe this is a Feeling Good Plaza, or apartments or something. But this building is slightly based off, or is based off the Feeling Good building in SimCity 3000 PC game. Project Feel Good, that's what it's called. So the inside, of course, is not, of course, based off it, because you can't see the inside of buildings on that game. But, we have a gas station over here. If I was flying over here earlier and you've seen that. Pump and Shop. Just a newer gas station. Kind of a cute little idea I had. This is like a bridge getting built. This is gonna be one of the bridges that go over. There's gonna be water that goes right through there. I forgot what this place is called. Oh, alright, a real estate company, I guess. So this is gonna be, I guess, a place where you can buy your houses and stuff. Or buildings or something. I'm not sure if I'm actually gonna use this, or just have it as another decoration to the city. But it's a good idea. This tall building is a studio. I think it's actually based off a company, like the name anyway. But it's a studio. This was actually the original City Hall until City Hall got moved onto the other side of the city. But there's a train that kind of cuts right through it that we're messing around with. Anyway, a lot of people comment on this rainbow design. I just wanted, instead of just a plain iron and glass type structure, I actually added a rainbow-like color to it, so that just wraps around. I just thought I'd add a little more color to the place. Of course the floors add a bit color to it, but this is kind of a park area. I don't remember what I was doing here, but I apparently closed it off for something. You can see the fence goes right through the tree, so I'm sure they go straight through too. I'm pretty sure. This is just where Subway's getting messed with. This is the World Financial Center, or it's based off it. I built this all on my own. I actually didn't have any help, and I thought it looked pretty good, though it's slightly small and not really to size. I thought it was pretty cool looking, because it's like the second greatest thing next to the World Trade Center, or was next to, like, Twin Towers. So I just added this buildings to the city to make it look nice and slightly realistic. I don't really, I try to intend it to be toward New York, like based off New York, but also kind of its own city. But I just had to build this because I liked how they looked. So I just came up with this random idea. So I kind of built these as I went. But I kept the same design with or at least all three of these towers, as you can see. But I just slightly modified them just a little bit to, I don't know, stay with their architecture pattern, I guess you could call it. I think I've shown everything that one. This place, this is kind of like the New Jersey side, but it's kind of staying with the same city. This is like an apartment building. It's getting worked on pretty rapidly. This place has went through so many changes that I've made to it. But this is kind of the newer area that's getting worked on. We have this just random little factory. I don't know what they produce. I'm not gonna look to see what it is. But this is a large building that my friend made. I just slightly modified it to kind of help him out. But I added a blue stripes to the ends and the center, and I also added the glass patterns to the floor levels. I also modified the top a little bit, but I still consider it his tower, yet I messed with it. Ignore the plane. We didn't realize that the plane was right there until we looked over when we had this to the top, and we realized that the plane was there. There's like nothing that was supposed to be there. But this plane, I didn't build this plane. I give the credits to the YouTuber. Yeah, that's his name from YouTube. His link will be in the description. This is the Boeing 747, I believe, or it will be. I never finished watching the tutorial, but it looked pretty awesome in the end. So I was going to continue building it, but I got little I don't know, tired and never got around to finishing it. But yeah, we have this. This is like either a hotel or a resort. I believe it's a. Yeah, it's just kind of a resort, kind of a getaway building. It's based off a. I'm not sure what this building was based off of, but this was based off a real building design, of course. This was going to be, but it just kind of got its own little theme to it. These are just little row houses I was tampering with. I'm not sure, they don't look very good, at least in my opinion, but I've messed with them a bit. And I keep modifying them, so I'm trying to make them look good. But just the square pattern, I'm definitely not going to go with it. So, yeah, that's just a thing I'm tampering with. My friend who built that thing, that skyscraper, that thing, that's kind of weird. Built this, thing. I don't think he knows what he's doing with it yet, but one of my friends, before some of these buildings were built, he decided to put lava and water over here. I'm not sure what he was doing. I wasn't over here watching him, but I was like working on something, and I came over here to see what he was doing. He was doing this. I trust him, which of course he didn't build it on buildings or anything. So, yeah, I had no problem. So I just saved it because I'm like, alright, that's pretty cool of what he did. So it's like a lava and, I don't know, water park or something. You can't swim in them. I mean, you can, but I would highly recommend not swimming in the lava. This is going to be like a jail or a police station. This is taking a long time to build. If you look how thick these walls are, they are pretty thick. They have bedrock, and then they have the walls on the sides. So if you're on the inside, you won't and know what the outside looks like. You won't think that they're 3 thick, but you'd go through that first block of wool, and you'll realize that there's an extra wall between it, and you can't get out because the floor is also going to be bedrock underneath the concrete or the stone blocks. My dad joined my session, and he built this tower. I called it the Dead Tower because it kind of has that death look to it, but I thought it was a pretty awesome idea, especially this outside elevator. I don't know, I think he's messed with it a bit, but this elevator is pretty awesome. Then we have this this building. This building was just built out here at random. I did record this one, but I don't think I'm gonna upload it. Well, I didn't like record the whole thing. I just recorded some of it getting built, but I don't think I'm gonna upload it. So sorry about that if you were looking to see some of this building get built anyway. I don't actually know what these buildings are gonna be, but they're gonna be commercial. I've also thought about making them like a university type buildings, but I don't know. I just can't think of what to do with them. I think that's about it. Oh, I just some suburban area, like some houses. There was actually 3 of these. No, 4. 4 of these houses. One got torn down, and the plaza was built there. But all these houses are the same in design, but they all have a slight twist on the inside, so they have their own like unique interiors, and you can customize them if you like buy them, like role-playing terms, buy them, and you can modify them how you want. You can put a basement in it, though it's a pain in the butt for me, but I can put a basement in it. The upstairs is completely customizable to like room size or whatnot, so you could just put a wall here and make that one room, or you could put multiple rooms. It's really up to you. The bathrooms, they're kind of default, so bathrooms are all kind of the same. This one does not have a basement, otherwise there'd be stairs in here. Kind of a weird place to put stairs. I actually used to live in this one, so it's kind of customized, kind of to my liking, but kind of not. See, this is what the basements would look like. They'd be, I think they'd be like more customizable. So this is just kind of how I customized them. The bathrooms would be default though. So we have this like living area where you can watch TV, see what's going on in the news. Your kitchen area. Your living room. Not much furnishing though. Your kitchen. Just making sure there's nothing in these chests. I'm pretty sure there isn't. Bedroom. Another bedroom. This is like a storage room slash, I don't know, you could put a table in here and it could be like a dining room or something. It has like a fireplace. The fire's been put out because it kept catching I can't talk. Kept catching the houses on fire. It happened to all of them, so it wasn't just one house that catch fire, so they'd all catch fire. So every time I'd come onto the server and build something, I'd come over here to the houses, and the whole side over here would be burned down. So I've rebuilt these houses like twice, or at least half of them. I haven't showed the backyards. Some of the backyards are completely different to one another, but these have the this one has a garden. This is just a default background. I cannot talk, sorry guys. Backyard. This one has a pool. And, of course you can add your own trees and whatnot. We have a nice blue house over here. Of course it kept burning down the wood and it actually burnt the whole, well, all the bedrooms upstairs. There's like 2 bedrooms up there. But this place has very, very minimum or none. I don't know, I don't think this has much furnishing. So this would be like your living area. Then you'd have your kitchen. Pretty dark in here, holy cow, I didn't realize how dark it was. Storage room. There's a potato and a doctor helmet in there. I don't know if anyone's claimed this house yet. That's weird. Or someone just decided to put a potato and a diamond helmet on that looks like a doctor's mask. Ooh. I forgot that the ceiling was like that. Maybe someone actually did customize that. I don't remember putting diamonds in there. Or that painting. I don't know. Anyway, this is a nice blue house. This is one of the bedrooms. I've already went into it. This is another one. It's a pretty nice house. It was fun to come up with these housing ideas, though they've been slightly modified. I thought it was pretty good. Oh, sorry. This is a school, like a very old school, 1918 kind of like school. It only has like 2 classrooms, a cafeteria, an office, and a creepy basement. At least I consider it creepy. This is kind of like the lobby area. This is your office. Back in here's your principal's office, which is like the one in case you do something bad, that's who you had to talk to, and you kind of get like a smack on the hand or something. This is your cafeteria. This is where the kids are served. This is kind of like an elementary school. Yep, this city's like obsessed with mushroom stew slash soup. So, this place apparently is serving soup. I have no idea why there's stuff in these things. So this is, I guess, based off of no, elementary school. My bad. The older elementary school. I was pretty impressed with this. This took me a little bit to do, but it was pretty easy. You flip that switch and all these lights go off. But I have these one glowstone lights that are in each room. I call them security lights. I don't know if that's actually what they were called, but they're just kind of lights to make sure that nothing's going on. So if people on the outside would see something weird on the inside, they can contact the authorities. You know how like shopping stores and stuff would have like their lights on. Sorry, my mind just blinked out. That happens a lot anymore. They'd like leave one light on, or one row of lights on, just to make sure that there's nothing going on inside. This one's a pink mansion kind of style house, kind of a suburban house, kind of a wealthier people. It has no furnishing and it's kind of dark in the center. But so it's kind of customizable to your liking. There's nothing upstairs, except that it's dark in that corner again. I don't know why it's so dark. Maybe I adjusted my settings. I think I did before I went on to this video. The backyards, they're pretty decent size. They're a little big for a city, but I mean, it's kind of on the outskirts of the city as well, but also kind of on the right next to it. This is a lot that is for sale. So if you want to build your own building, I'll allow you to in that lot, as long as you like RP terms, buy it. These are just very colorful row houses. They're all the same except they're different colors, which I thought was pretty awesome how I did it. But I was just going to make them all one color or even brick, but I decided that that's kind of boring. Except this last one. This isn't actually a house. This is a spa. No, this is another spa. It's pretty. They turned this one into a commercial building. We have this house, which is it's a weird looking house, I'll say that. But I decided to build a interesting house just to catch people's attention. It's worked. People come here just to see what the heck this place is. It's a weird living area. I'll say that. I like the purple color though. Purple and white and pink and white seem like they go together. We have this is my sister's house, which looks more like an apartment building, but it's a pretty nice place. I've helped her with it, with the windows. They kind of look like shutters. I helped her with this staircase. She has not done much to this place, but you know, she's getting her stuff done as she needs. The basement, it took me forever, but I cleared out the basement. This in the future will be her like pet store, I believe. I believe that's what she's making. Some kind of store that she's gonna own. She got authorization from me to build a store out here because I mean they put a building there, so she can build something there. This is a oh my goodness, I'm not even filming late. I'm like tired. Weird hours of sleep, I tell you. This is like a theme park slash, I don't know, carnival. I think it's gonna be like a theme park, but I don't really have any rides. I'm going to maybe have a couple of my friends build a roller coaster, or I might build one. I'm not sure. I still don't have any idea of what to do over here, but this is kind of just a start of it. This is a water slide. I don't have water going down there right now, but this is a water slide. I forgot I left that sign there. These are my sister's dogs still, from all the way over there. Just it's like a bar whenever this park is open. Some little stalls and places to buy stuff. Fish and fry. You can buy fish and stuff there. So, yeah, this lovely little area. We have plenty of space to build, so we're good. Me and a friend were messing around with how to make vehicles in this game. So we were messing around, and these are the things we came up with. We came up with some cars. This was going to be like a car dealership, I think is what we were working on. I'm not actually sure. Don't know how the cars get out, but they were going to be kind of on display anyway. So anyway, these are like little vans of some sort. Like 2-passenger vans, but they're pretty big. But things have to be big in this game to get more graphics, or be more graphic. This is like a kind of a camper or city bus. I'm not actually sure which one it is, but pretty nice. This is a semi-truck and trailer that I built. I thought it was a pretty interesting idea. It was it's kind of a weird looking, but you get the idea. It's, I guess, I mean, I don't know if you get the idea, but I thought it was a pretty awesome idea to build. So this is just some little houses I'm working on. Just oh, this one's actually furnished, kind of. Oh, this is a nice one. Alright. I forgot how furnished this place, kind of. This is like your living room, and then this is your kitchen. Of course you have your bedroom, so it's enough to live in. And it's not very expensive either. And it doesn't take up much room. We got a blue one getting built. We have this project type building, the projects building, getting built. It's based off a Manhattan group of buildings, I guess. Alright. So I believe that's it. Thank you for coming to my city and let me give you a tour. Leave a comment below, subscribe and like. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching.